So Joel, as dealer principal of Parramatta BMW, the buck stops with you.
Yes.
Which I guess is actually quite a good place to be, because you can make sure that customers get top-class delivery of service.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, ultimately the buck stops with me, so I get blamed for everything. But more so, my job is to make sure that we've got the right people in the right places, doing the right things, and ultimately being responsible for the level of customer experience, and also relating back to our business partners with BMW Australia and BMW Financial Services to make sure that we're getting the best offering to our customers.
If someone wants to buy a BMW, why would you encourage them to come to Parramatta BMW?
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
is it that you're going to do better than the other guys?
Yeah, absolutely. We all say the same thing. I think for us, when people walk in here, it's about the feel, and it's about being guided through a process that ultimately the customer determines themselves. We're just here to make that easy and to not get in their way. You know, we're here to use our knowledge to curate the display to make sure that they can pick what they want. And I think one of our biggest advantages, we are one of the biggest in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. So we have a massive range and we have a really great experience base to guide people through that process.
Your sales manager, Marty, said the most important thing is to listen.
Yes, I mean, that is true. Yeah, so often salespeople are stereotyped of just talking their way into something. But we expect our salespeople to listen more than talk. And it's about hearing what the customer needs, because every customer is, I mean, I've been doing this 25 odd years. Every customer interaction is different and needs to be treated in a different way. Especially now, people's needs are very, very different to what they were even 5 years ago.
People are really time poor these days, Joel, and I think that's what you've recognised in your service department.
Yes. Yeah, so we have lots of different options. We now have online check-in. So like when you go and check in for a flight, if you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't have to. We've got really great people, but they won't be offended. But you can do it all through an app in your phone. You can come in, drop the car off, leave without even having to talk to anybody. But in the morning, some people just want to get a coffee and get to work. That's all they want to do. They don't want to interact with us. So we allow for that. We do drop off and pick up. We have a loan car fleet, and we also do after hours drop off and pick up with a key drop box. So we try to make it as convenient as possible.
What's your favourite BMW to drive?
Oh,
Because you get to drive them
I
all.
do.
Yeah.
It's like picking your favourite child. The M5 is to me the ultimate. So the M5 competition, it's a twin turbo V8. I love that car, but I also tend to find that I like to alternate that and the SUV, the X5M. I've got young kids, so it's good to have that bit of height as well. But it's got to be one of those.
Favourite feature in any model of the BMW?
Of BMWs. I would say the personal assistant. So I'm forever on phones and calls and trying to do a million things in the car, which maybe shouldn't be. But the personal assistant, one touch, car will do anything for you. Direct you, send a message, add a task to my calendar. I just love it. I just love it.
The model that you're most excited about seeing that may be coming up?
Yeah, okay. So there's probably two. One I can't talk about. We'll do it about. The iX definitely, right? So the iX is our new flagship electric vehicle. I think the styling, you know that it's different. People can tell that it's a bit different, and the way that BMW are leading the way in electrification. Can't wait to drive that car.
What are customers wanting to know about that? Because I sense that there's a lot of customer interest, but they're not really convinced about it yet.
I guess they want to see how electrification will fit into their life, not the other way around. So it's not about saying, well, I own an electric car, how's my life going to change? It's about how can it stay the same while I'm driving an electric vehicle. And so that's our big job to educate the customer. Around range, around features, around drivability, what will change. They're really good discussions to have, and a lot of customers are coming along the journey.
Let's get to know Joel, the personal side. So your first job ever?
Macca's.
Macca's?
Yeah.
I probably taught you a few good things about processes.
Loved it. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. And a lot of the good friends I have now from those days. Yeah. So I worked there all through high school. But loved it, really great. So, I mean, even today, we make sure that we have really well thought out processes. The better the process, the better the outcome for the customer.
You have 3 children. Do you let them eat McDonald's in your car?
No. No, not in the cars.
First job in automotive.
Yes, I was a sales cadet with Mazda. So I started at 18, selling Mazdas down the road here at Ride, and I had a really good boss who taught me a lot of things, and I'm still in the industry.
Yeah. And still local.
Yeah. I haven't ventured too far. I've travelled far and wide. What's the Peter Allen song? But I still call Sydney home. So yeah, we've stayed here.
What else do we need to know about you as far as
Nothing.
what
No, that's it. No.
what do you like to do when you're not at the showroom?
Really, it's like with kids. Family takes up a lot of your time. I love catching up with mates. I'm a former DJ, so music still, and I miss that side of things. So I still try to connect to that side of things as much as possible. But really, music, friends, and family takes up most of my time. But as you can imagine, I spend a lot of time here at the moment. So yeah.
Would you ever consider bringing the decks here in the showroom floor and getting behind the decks?
I often get asked to do Christmas parties, and I usually refuse. So
you've recently revamped the showroom here, which looks awesome. That was a priority.
Yeah, I think what had happened over time is as our sales grew and as we got more successful, you kind of have to bolt certain things on to make sure there's enough team to help everybody. And we got the chance during lockdown to kind of reassess where everything is and make the customer experience a lot better. So now all the customer service areas right in the centre of the showroom. So the customer is at the centre of everything we do. Whereas before there was a bit of disjointedness around the place. And also our beautiful new M Lounge is spectacular and shows these cars off properly.
Buying a car is a big decision in anyone's life. Why choose a BMW?
Yeah, look, I mean, for a lot of people, there isn't any other choice. They're just bolted on BMW fans. And there's a lot of really great cars in the market. I think from a BMW point of view, it starts with the driver's experience. So it starts with how do I feel in the car? You'll notice that our dashboards, they always sort of angle a bit towards the driver. It's all about putting the driver in control and making them feel like they are part of the car. And then on top of that, you've got all the technology layers that go over and above, like the personal assistant, as I mentioned before, all the integrations that we have. The technology in the car is pretty amazing, including the app now that tells me where my car is. I can cool it down remotely. I can see how much fuel's in the car. I can even set my trip in my office, and it will send it to my car, so the navigation's all ready to go when I get in there, because I'm often in a rush and trying to get somewhere quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, the cars are all about driver experience, but I think when someone walks in the door here at Parramatta BMW, it's about the experience that you are delivering to them, and you're doing a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.